The Basement Dwellers podcast is brought to you by Dynamite Shirts. Now offering several services such as screen printing, embroidery, vinyl transfer, and even decals. Visit dynamite-shirts.com and get you some sweet custom clothing today.
Press start to continue.
They are those who live in the shadows, who feed upon Doritos and Mountain Dew. They take comfort in their dark habitats as they watch reruns of sci-fi shows long past. They are the Basement Dwellers.
Show me what you got.
So say we all. So say we all. So say we all.
Indeed.
Yes. This is a fertile land and we will thrive. We will rule over all this land and we will call it this land.
Make it so.
Join me. Together, we can rule the galaxy far and some.
I want to believe.
We better get back, because it'll be dark soon, and they mostly come at night. Mostly.
Hello everyone and welcome to Season 4, Episode 1 of The Basement Dwellers, a bi-weekly podcast dedicated to all activities most enjoyed by those who spend their time in the deepest, darkest, and dankest of basements everywhere. I'm your host, Wes Tanner, and tonight is our season premiere. We're going to catch up, talk about superhero Burnout, and maybe outline some of our intentions for this season. I'm joined as always by my fellow basement dwellers, Nick, Ron, Drew, Tucci, and JJ. What the fuck is up, gentlemen?
Hello.
What the fuck is it? What's up?
What's up with you? All over the place.
Yeah, this episode is going to be kind of weird. For some reason, the audio, the channels that I'm normally able to split when it comes to recording myself and recording the people over Discord, we're all on one channel, so I'm not sure exactly how it's going to turn out, but here we are nonetheless. Why not, you know? So,
Hey, you literally only live once, so...
Yes, that is very true. Speaking of living...
or do you?
A vast majority of us here got hitched this summer.
Yeah!
Congratulations, guys.
Bunch of married men!
Yeah, so let's go. Let's start with Drew. Drew happened first. So Drew got married. God, Drew, when did you get married? When was that? August, right?
1 month and 1 day ago.
What has changed?
Not a goddamn thing.
Yeah. But,
I mean, honestly, nothing.
Oh, I know.
Nothing has changed. Absolutely nothing.
Yep. I know the feel. So in addition to you getting married, we actually got to JJ graciously made his way up from I can never keep this straight where you guys are from, but JJ made Missouri.
Kansas City, yep.
Yeah. So my point.
I totally guessed on that one, by the way.
Did you?
Yeah, because I keep getting it mixed up with
I know.
Kansas.
I know.
And,
Kansas City, Missouri, and then Tucci moved to actual Kansas for a minute.
Yeah, I keep getting that confused.
Yeah.
Still there.
Oh, you are? Yeah.
Still in Kansas.
Don't worry, we'll revisit that every time.
We both actually, to make it more confusing, we both actually live in Kansas, but we both work in Missouri.
Correct.
Okay, so we're moving on. My point that I was dancing around is that we actually got to meet JJ in person, like all of us, literally all of us. Like the only person from our crew who wasn't there was Tucci because he was getting married in the UK.
He's so tall.
Yeet.
Not Tucci, but JJ.
Right, JJ's
very tall.
I'm like a solid 5'6" tops.
Oh my God. What the?
Yeah, mate.
What's the actual? No, never mind. So
were you gonna ask how tall like legal midgets are? Is that...
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah,
I think
know.
it's 5 foot.
5 foot? Really?
I think it's like 5 foot, like 4'11".
Something like
That's
that.
gotta be below 5 foot.
Hey, I still look down on them. Okay, so
more ways than one.
Oh God.
in a physical way, not really like a moral
spiritual
or ethical way. Yeah, in a spiritual way. No, not in a spiritual way. Actually.
Oh man, it feels good to be back.
Oh man, it's been a while.
So how was it? Oh yeah. To wrap Drew's wedding up, that was a blast. It was way out in the middle, like almost center of Michigan. And
just in the middle of goddamn nowhere.
It really was, and we were all wondering. I was like, "Why the fuck is it all the way out here?" But it makes sense now. So
because it was a beautiful goddamn barn.
It was great.
It was pretty awesome.
Drew got married in the barn. We met JJ. We all partied together all night and danced and shit like that. It was a great time. Let's see. Yeah, Tucci, you were getting married in the UK. What was that like?
Yeah, I got married on the 23rd of August, and it was really nice. Actually, the wedding turned out to be really, really fun. It was funny. We actually we paid for a DJ, and most people stayed outside because the weather was great. So it was fun. It was really fun. You know, you're walking around, and I had friends that came out from California, some dudes that flew over with me, like my best man and another really good friend of mine, John. And then I had a friend from Israel fly in for the wedding.
Good Lord.
And a buddy, and a
God
friend.
damn.
Friend flew in from New Zealand as well. So
you are a global man.
Well, are you
I
Mr.
am.
fucking popular?
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
Did the Queen bless your marriage?
No, but it is a goal in my life to eventually, meet the Queen and have an important conversation with her. So
good deal. So are you guys both back over here in the States? I'm assuming, right?
Oh God, I wish that was the case.
Oh,
there's still quite a bit of immigration stuff we're waiting on. So
okay,
once the government gets its shit together, then she'll be here. But until then, probably about a month or so.
Oh, okay, that's not that well. It's been since August, so I guess I was gonna say that's not that bad, but
I was over in the UK for like a month, so
okay.
I mean,
all right.
Yeah, we were together for quite a while, even after the wedding. But
good deal.
I would have liked her to come back with me. That would have been preferable. So
yeah.
It's okay. Tucci's one arm is super ripped now.
Oh, I'm jacked, bro. I am jacked. Do you even jack? Like
so yeah.
No, that was a joke.
So like moving on here to the next wedding. Good Lord.
Yeah. Another wedding.
This past weekend, our very old. Yeah, that was maybe a Freudian slip.
He is very old. It's
Freudian slip, my dude.
Yeah. And by the way, I can't.
Not here.
Yeah, it's like I'm not able to edit this, so that's going to be in. So yeah, our very old and very own person in our circle of people, Ron, he got married this past weekend as well. And
again,
like, dude, no, it's a redo. I got one of those coming up too. So yeah.
Any opportunity I have to make a joke about this, I'm going to make it.
Yeah. So yeah. Yeah, and I actually officiated the wedding, which was pretty surreal.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was weird.
Cool.
I'm an officially like legally ordained minister, which I don't know what I'm gonna do with that aside from,
marrying off your friends.
Yeah,
start a new side gig.
Probably, but then I'll have to like go to everyone's wedding and like get to know them. I don't know if I'm up for that. So,
just tell them to give you a piece of paper, like a questionnaire.
Oh yeah, good idea.
It's like fill this out and we'll wing it.
It was like super easy marrying Ron, and I mean, well, that sounded weird, but like like marrying Ron, like officiating his wedding. God damn it, it was very easy doing that, and I was happy to be part of it.
We were happy to have you.
Well, thank you very much. I'm actually drinking that beer that you got us, the wedding ale.
Oh yeah, the wedding ale.
Yeah,
Drew, I still gotta get yours.
Yeah, we talked about you have mine still.
Ron, you're pretty muffled too.
Am I?
Yeah, stop it.
Are you talking into a sock?
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
No, my headphones weren't working, so I'm just trying on my phone.
Oh, there you go. It sounded better when you just said that.
That's better. Be nice to us, if you're listening to this. This is us shaking off the rust a little bit, so
very rusty.
Yeah,
very rusty,
like rusty trombone type rusty.
Exactly. So. Yep. And I'm gonna go ahead and save this shit show because I forgot to do that. So here we go. And
and now we're starting the show.
And now
we're back all over again.
No. Oh man. So
fantastic.
What have you guys been up to besides getting married? Shit. When did we take a break? When was that? Was that June? July? Was it before that?
That was before that. It was like May.
Was it?
I would say probably May. It was probably May.
It's been a while.
Holy fuck. Okay. Well, here we are. What have you guys been up to?
I moved home.
Yep, you did. Nick moved home. Back to Michigan. Where the
nice.
I want to Buffalo's roam? I don't know.
Where the buffaloes roam?
I don't know. Anyway,
something like that.
So
yeah.
Welcome home, Nick.
Thanks.
God, this is awkward.
It's good to be back.
Good to be back.
The great
We're
bustling
a finely
metropolis.
tuned, polished machine here.
We sure are. And
I'll polish you. Okay.
Finish what you started.
yeah, and
the only machine you're polishing is my knob.
Ooh yeah.
Yeah, Daddy.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
We're all reflecting right now.
So, to kind of steer this ship in somewhat of a direction, I came across an article today that, if I understand it correctly, there's kind of a bunch of outrage over what I would consider normal practice. But anyway, this article has been going around the D&D groups and everything about game stores, like local business, like your friendly local game store, implementing microtransactions in quote unquote microtransactions for D&D, meaning they charge to play, and they one of the things that an example that was brought up was that they have these gumball machines that have the little plastic, whatever the fuck they're called, but they have like papers in them that will say like, oh, you get +1 to hit, or like, if you put like your quarter in, then you get like certain bonuses and shit like that. I don't see what the big fucking deal is. I mean, I don't know if it's the word or the two words microtransactions that's actually getting people triggered over this situation, but I figured I'd bring it up, see what you guys thought.
It's not any different from them having like a dice machine.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing there to get mad about. You can still play and win the game without a +1 sword.
And the DM can easily just be like, "Oh, we're not using those rules."
Yeah.
Well, I think,
and plus most game shops have if you use their space, you have to pay to use it. So I mean,
exactly.
I like the idea if you kept it at like a quarter, versus you see some games online and it's like $2.99 for this thing, and then it goes all the way up to $100. But if you kept it at a flat rate of like a gumball machine, like you said, and had it, a quarter every time, you got a little piece of paper that says you get an additional +2 or whatever, I could get behind that.
Yeah.
I would just say, like, fair warning to all gamers, like, because I mean this is kind of how, like, actual microtransactions started is they started off as like really low costing things, and then people got used to using them to supplement their games, and then they started gradually raising the prices to the point where, again, now it's like $100 for like a certain amount of tokens. So it's like just heed that when the prices start going up, stop buying it so the prices continue to stay where they were.
See, and here's the thing: like this isn't like Wizards of the Coast imposing this on game stores or stuff like that. I mean, I don't even know how they would do that.
That's weird because I could totally see them doing that. I
know, I could too, but at the same time, like what this article was mentioning was local game stores, like small businesses, private businesses, had nothing to do with Wizards of the Coast. They're just selling their products, and there's like the game stores were looking to kind of capitalize on a little bit more people taking up the space in their store. I forgot which.
Got to make that revenue, man.
Yeah. Well,
I think it's a good idea in practice.
Yeah, I mean, I think, I don't know, like if it becomes like pay to win, I mean, that's kind of weird. But at the same time, that's like
Magic the Gathering. Sorry, did I say that?
No, but I mean, I literally, every time this article gets shared, I'm on like every D&D group on Facebook that I can find that has a respectable amount of people, except for one because they drove me fucking nuts. But
are they all shitting all over this idea?
They are. Like, they're all like, this same goddamn thing happened to video games, and we don't want it to happen to D&D. And it's like, I don't know if any of them actually read what this entails. Like, I think that,
of course they didn't.
Of course not. Yeah.
Oh no, it was just you saw a title and outraged.
Yeah. Well, I think just using the word using the phrase microtransactions, like these people writing did it on purpose. I mean, it technically falls under that category, but it's a hot button thing, and I don't know. The whole situation is ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous.
That's how out of gaming culture I've been. I had no idea that businesses were starting to do that. That's
and here's the thing: it's not even widespread. Yeah, it's not even widespread either. It's just like these examples that people.
I bet you their whole goal was just get people on their site, and look what happened.
Yeah.
People are on their site. So, I mean...
Yeah, I can get behind it until they start getting greedy and asking for more, at which case I'll be like, no.
Yeah.
No, sir.
I think a lot of people that actually would play D&D and other games at a game store probably have a decent relationship with the owner, or at least the organizers of those games.
Yeah.
So I still don't see what the issue is. But
there is no issue. It's a small business trying to make money.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, just think of it that way. Exactly. That's a great way to do it.
No.
And I mean, you just like what Nick said. If they do start raising the price, people aren't going to use it. So you know what's going to happen at a small town business? They're going to lower the price back down, so people start using it again.
Yeah. Well, it's reasonable to say that.
And be like, oh shit.
Yeah. It's reasonable to say that if they're a small business and they're having to rely on something like a gumball machine to give bonuses during a D&D game, that if people stopped using it, it would kind of defeat the purpose. So
gumball inspired.
Like, shit, man. Like, that sounds like a good idea to me. It's the same thing.
I like it. I think it's
well, it's the same thing with Twitch streamers. I've seen some, and 2G, I didn't watch this, but I think it was brought up that, didn't you guys have a system during your game where if people donated, they could like say you get like a bonus or a disadvantage on a roll or something like that?
Yeah, essentially what happened was I joined a online D&D group, and the person that was doing the GMing was also streaming on Twitch, and he had like a little rule set for viewers that if they wanted to influence the game in any way, they could donate a certain amount and then choose like either who to give inspiration to or who to give an extra dice to, or if they gave a lot of money, they could do like something like create a character that will be in game, or something of that matter. So
okay. Yeah, see, I don't see any issue with that. I mean, I think it has the potential to be abused, but at the same time, it's Dungeons and Dragons. Come on.
Yeah. There's only so much the GM's going to let you get away with anyway, so calm down.
Yeah. Oh, JJ, what have you been up to since you got back? I mean, it's been a long time, but
I have not played Dreamcast yet, even though nope, not yet.
Oh, so,
yeah, I bought. So my first day there.
Yeah, I was gonna say, give this story because it's hilarious.
Should probably preface that. My first day there, I was like, I met a couple of guys for lunch, but before that, I was like, I'm bored. It's the morning. I'm here. So, of course, as a video game collector, I did a quick Google search for game stores in the area, and I found one, and it was freaking awesome. And I didn't realize stuff was so cheap out there. And holy crap, I spent $80 in like 20 minutes, and I bought a Sega I've never had before. So, I had like a whole bag of stuff that I brought home with me after being up there for one day. So that was great.
Nice.
And I have not played it yet.
You have not played it yet.
There's only one game I've ever played on a Dreamcast, and it was like a spray painting skating game. That's all I remember. I don't remember the name of it, but there's literally only one game I've ever played on it. Is it like, are other games on that system like still worth playing, I guess? Or
to be honest with you, I've only played 2 games on it myself, Crazy Taxi and Sonic. I like both a lot, and I've always wanted the system because there's a few RPGs I want to check out on it. I'm going to Retropalooza in Texas next month, so I'll definitely be on the lookout for some stuff.
Oh, neat.
But other than that, just gaming.
I always get the Dreamcast and Sega Saturn mixed up.
It's a lot easier to buy for the Dreamcast. Sega Saturn games are like a lot of the heavier ones are like anywhere between $150 to like $200. It's crazy.
Nope. Okay. Let's see here. So there are, before we take a break and get into our main topic, there are a shit ton of good shows out right now. We got, I don't know, I'm gonna butcher the order that they came out, but we had The Boys on Amazon. Then there's Carnival Row, Dark Crystal. What else is there? I feel like there's something else I'm missing. Help me out. Nobody.
I don't really.
Yeah, it's Stranger Things 3.
There we go.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay.
Came out.
That's the one I was missing that I was thinking of at least. So
I can't really think of anything else.
Anyway. You have Mindhunter Season 2,
that's right.
Peaky Blinders Season 5, I think, comes out soon. That's all.
Who watched any of those? Did anybody watch them all the way through?
I watched Dark Crystal all the way through.
Did you?
Stranger Things.
Yep. I finished Stranger Things.
I watched all of those except for Dark Crystal.
Yeah.
I'm only 2 episodes into Dark Crystal.
Oh, Love, Death, and Robots. Did anyone mention that? There's a new
Yes.
season that's coming
That was a
out
while
soon.
ago, though.
They are making a second season.
They're making a second season, and I'm super excited about that.
Me too.
Yeah.
Well, as far as shows I'm excited about coming, there's only one right now, and that's The Witcher, which is supposed to be December. So.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'll fanboy over that one myself, but
What's that airing on?
it's Netflix.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Okay, so I've almost finished Carnival Row, but I have yet to start the Dark Crystal. I mean, I watched like the very beginning of it, but I was like, nah. I was so close to finishing Carnival Row that I had to finish that first. A few episodes into The Boys. I don't know. I just don't have that much time to watch everything. But I finished all of Stranger Things, and I feel like there wasn't. Nope, that's it.
That's it. That's just.
Did any of you guys watch Good Omens?
No.
Uh-uh.
That's on my watch list.
Oh, you're missing out because it was fucking amazing.
Yeah, I'm all for it. So, all right. Well, we'll go ahead and take a quick break. When we get back, we're going to talk shit about some superhero movies.
What's up, everybody? JJ here. I'm a super nostalgic person, and one of the things that has given me so many memories over the years has been my experiences with video games. I mean, sure, I like hearing reviews, watching Let's Plays, and getting news about the latest releases, but what I really love is hearing about how gaming has affected people on a personal level. That's why I decided to start my own YouTube channel, Game Room Revival. I talk not only about games I love, but why I love them so much, and what they've meant to me over the years. I'm a retro game collector, and the games that mean the most to me are the ones that have great memories attached to them. So, if you're like me and have a passion for talking and hearing about how games have affected people personally, I invite you to come check out my YouTube channel, Game Room Revival. Thanks. And now, back to the basement.
Okay.
Yep, and so Ron, you wanna tell the class what we just discussed about your settings on your phone?
Nope.
No? Okay. Well,
I was having some audio problems because I did not have my voice settings set to headset. It was set on speaker, and I'm an idiot.
It's okay.
It's okay.
It's all right. I can't figure out why we're only recording to one channel. It's driving me nuts.
Yeah, we've been recording for 4 seasons now, and Wes still hasn't figured out his fucking things, so...
No, like, honestly, I do not understand, because I have left all my settings... I have them saved on my
Windows updates, bros.
I know, it must be the updates, because I have my settings saved on the audio mixer, and I have recorded other podcasts recently... with the same settings and the same setup that we have with me on one end and everybody else in Discord, and have not had a problem. Now all of a sudden things are deciding to get all fucking wonky.
Let's just blame it on Windows. I think that's the easiest route.
Blame it on Windows, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, their updates are awful sometimes.
Wait, what do you use?
Windows.
Windows.
Linux?
I just want to complain about it.
Listen. We don't have a lot of good, OSs out there, so it's like you just got to pick one. And I find Windows as still a shitty OS, but it's the least shitty out of all that are available. So,
Oh, all right. So fuck Bill Gates. Yes. That's the moral of the story. But
wait, no, I just watched a really good documentary on Bill Gates.
I was actually wanting to watch that.
It's really good.
Good to know.
The dude's a saint in my eyes.
Oh. See, that's how I look at Elon Musk.
Oh,
yeah, well, I mean, Elon Musk and Bill Gates can do no wrong.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm good with
that. So shaking off...
Wes is like, I'm gonna dip.
Yep. Shaking off more of the rust here. We are going to be talking about something that I'm sure everyone maybe not everyone, but a lot of us have experienced before, and superhero burnout. And what I mean by that is we've had lots of years of superhero movies coming out every year, sometimes multiple. It's like a goddamn Call of Duty game that comes out every year, but it's always a new superhero or a new show. Like it's to me, I'm burnt out. Like I watched Infinity War and Endgame this year, and after Endgame, they're all talking like, oh, now we're going to be moving into phase 4 or whatever the fuck it is with the
4 million
with the Marvel movies, and I'm like, I could not give a shit less. Like I don't know what they're going to do to make it to bring people in. Like I'm so like Endgame to me was probably a great ending for at least like a 5-year break in superhero movies.
Would you say it was an end game?
Yes.
Oh shit!
That's the name of the movie. He said it.
Though I did.
I said it in the sentence.
I did watch Spider-Man Far From Home. Is that what it's called? Not Homecoming.
I haven't watched it yet.
Who's breathing into their mic? That's Ron. Ron, goddamn it.
Who's fat breathing?
No, it's not.
Yeah, he's going to go get married and he's going to let himself go right then and there.
I can't fucking win.
Damn, son.
Yeah, I don't know.
I was thinking about eating that burger or tacos or something.
Am I alone in this? Like, is anybody else getting, like, just like over superhero movies and shows and stuff like that? You're burnt out?
I'm burnt out on all the DC shit that I see.
I don't know. Okay. I'm not burnt out on DC because we haven't had enough of it. You know, like we haven't had there's
Well, we haven't had enough good of it.
Yeah.
yeah, there you go.
No.
Yeah, I like
but even then, stand up the amount of DC movies that have come up versus the amount of Marvel movies come up. And it's not even close.
That's fair.
And then add in all the TV shows like Daredevil, which I not going to trash Daredevil, but Daredevil and Jessica
It just
Jones.
feels like they're announcing another.
Yeah, but
another Batman.
DC's had mostly TV shows.
Yeah,
they have like the longest running TV shows out of comics right now.
Yeah,
it's only because that's the only thing they're good at. They're not good at making.
Exactly.
Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing.
Two different sides of a coin.
Yeah,
that's all I was gonna say.
Oh, okay. Now, I was gonna say is I did actually really enjoy the movie Shazam.
Fuck off, dude.
I did. I enjoyed it. I know a lot of people didn't like it, but I thought it was pretty fucking funny.
It actually looked really funny.
No, like
Wes is so hung up on fucking Aquaman and his abs.
Oh yeah, I am. Aquaman was.
Oh, that was such a good movie.
Aquaman was fantastic.
No, your opinion doesn't matter anymore.
It sure does. And so,
Jason Momoa, carry me off.
Jason Momoa,
you're so dreamy.
Oh man, no, I'm just so sick. I don't know. I don't want to say I'm sick of him, but like, that was the first thought I had after I watched Endgame, and I was seeing all this stuff about Marvel Phase 4 is coming, and whatever, Captain America is now going to be, what's his face? Falcon?
Yeah.
And, they're like, oh, Natalie Portman's going to be Thor, and I know these are already, established stories and shit like that, but like, I don't know, man. They're dragging it out. They're dragging it out too long.
Yeah, they should give it a couple years before they start throwing out these, like, extended stories and shit like that. Like, you're right. I think we've been saturated with superhero movies, at least from the Marvel universe, for like the last decade.
Yeah,
I think they do need to take a break, and just like Marvel and DC needs to sit back and like let another comic book come through and shine for a little while. Like Image or Dark Horse.
See, I would be up to exploring some new properties and storylines and stuff like that, but
yeah, same.
It's kind of just superhero stuff in general to me. Like when Umbrella Academy came out, like I just wasn't. I know it's good. It was good. I haven't watched all of it, but I've watched.
Don't you dare hate on it.
I'm not hating on it. I'm just saying, like, really... I'm just saying, like, when the reason I haven't finished it.
Don't you hate on it?
The reason I haven't finished it is because I really love it and don't want it to be over yet. Is that good? Like, I just don't. I don't know. It's just not doing it for me. Like even The Boys, which kind of flips the whole superhero thing on its head, and it to me is more interesting just because imagine a world where there's superheroes and they're all dicks, like not literal dicks, but
change my mind. Most of them already are.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. Like I haven't finished The Boys either for that same reason, and it's not that The Boys isn't good, because it is good. It's hilarious and it's violent and whatnot. What's up, JJ? You keep queuing up.
So what I'm hearing is watch Stargate again.
Hell yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
I just
don't get him started.
Nope. Here we go. I just found out that I don't know if it has always been on or just recently been on, but all of the Stargate series, including the movie, are on Amazon Prime. So
we never saw Wes again.
I'm pumped. Oh no. Like they live in the fondest areas of my memory, but I don't think I'll ever be able to get through them all again in any decent amount of time, just for how my life's going. So
never say never.
Oh.
Never say never.
Not with that attitude.
Yeah, not with that. No, I mean, like here's the thing. Like they could bring back Firefly if they wanted to. I'd be good with that.
Well, everybody would be good with that. And
Of course, because it's a good story.
I maintain that now that Fox is owned by Disney, that I think if there ever was a good chance in it coming back in some form, whether it be live action or animated, I think it would be animated before it would be live action. But I think I think the time is now.
I don't know that I'd be super mad at if it was animated.
No, have you seen?
Yeah, same.
Have you seen the guy, the fan who made the animation? Like, he just did like basically like what would be like an awesome intro to a cartoon series if they decided to go that route. Have you guys seen that? It's just like a fan made.
No.
What?
Oh, there it is. Yeah, here. This is like 3 years ago.
You got it. Yeah, it's kind of old now.
There you go, boyos.
But yep, that's it. Look at that. Just look at the picture. Can't tell me that.
Yeah, I would watch that.
It's like that's right up Disney's alley right there. Great.
And it's got cartoon violence. Hell yeah!
Oh, and you know what? Speaking of Disney, have you guys seen the list for all the stuff coming on Disney Plus? Good God, Emperor Mouse,
it's so big.
Money. Like, seriously. Like I
already plan on getting it in November.
Yeah, same.
And
I think we're gonna drop like Netflix and get it.
Are you gonna do the whole bundle with ESPN?
It's only
Hulu,
dude. It's only $13.99. Why wouldn't you?
For the whole bundle?
For Hulu, Disney Plus, and ESPN, it's only $13.99.
Shut the front door.
Really?
That's what I saw.
But is that
just like the basics of
okay, so yeah, Hulu is the basic.
Okay.
Hold on. I'm Googling.
Googling furiously.
Pre-order now.
Yeah, you're typing sounds that are really.
Okay, so at the front of the gate, it says $6.99 a month or $69.99 per year.
Nice.
Wait, what?
69.
Nice number.
$6.99 a month?
You can do monthly or annually, it seems.
For Disney Plus or Hulu? What are you talking about?
Disney Plus.
Oh, just Disney Plus.
Yeah, I was looking at that yesterday. Where you said it was like what, $70 for the whole year?
Yeah.
That's a pretty good deal.
That is.
Hold on, I'm throwing in my email to see what happens here. See if they get me like better pricing or something like that.
Well, hey, here's this deal we just found for you just now, this second.
Hey, and if you hear this before November 12th, you can get 7 free days on November 12th if you go to DisneyPlus.com and sign up now.
Oh, dude, they were
no credit card needed.
And that was a plug for our new sponsor, Disney Plus.
Yeah, Disney Plus, our new sponsor.
God, that would be fantastic.
Sorry, right. I think we're a little too graphic for Disney.
Yeah, I was going to say that's not going to happen.
Oh, okay, so I found it. This purchase does not include Hulu or ESPN Plus. A bundle will be available on November 12th, 2019 for $13 a month. That will include Hulu, ESPN Plus, and Disney Plus.
Wow.
And sold.
Yes. See, this is why I'm the Google guy. You know, I Google things.
You know, I mean, I guess you could have just believed me.
I couldn't believe it was that cheap.
How are we going to believe it?
I actually understand. I understand.
Ron's old, and we don't know what he's making up from like senile memory.
Why isn't Ethan here? Because he is the old man.
Ethan hasn't been on the show since season 1.
I know.
That's why. This is why he hasn't been on. He can't remember how to work a computer.
Yeah.
He's old and his arthritis.
His internet is as old as him.
Oh God.
He invented the internet.
His internet is still a series of tubes.
It's a hamster and a wheel.
A literal hamster, and even the hamster's getting old at this point.
Oh no.
So we went off track, but I think it was a good track.
The best track.
The best track. Yeah,
It's just our plug.
I don't know. I just don't can't get into the superhero stuff. Just is not getting to me right now.
Unless something like super jumps out at me after Endgame, I'm just like, good.
And I think
I won't lie. I'm really looking forward to Doctor Strange and Scarlet Witch.
Okay, you kind of got me with the Doctor Strange. I did
fair.
love that movie
Because it's supposed to be there's supposed to be a whole different. They're like flipping it, and it's supposed to be like a horror movie.
Yeah,
Cumbersnatch is my favorite.
There we go.
Oh, and
it's supposed to be comic horror, so I'm kind of into that.
You brought me back with horror.
Horrors? No, horror.
Love horror.
Horrors? I love horrors. Horrors.
I am also. I'm curious to see how well the new Joker movie is going to be received.
Ooh, yes.
Keep saying a whole bunch of bullshit, which is stuff we don't talk about, but it's being politicized, not by the creators of the movie or anybody in the movie, but by people who what's the right word? Inferring. They are claiming.
You mean idiots?
Dickheads are taking the movie and making it say what they want it to say.
Exactly. They're claiming it's going to do something that I don't. It's just if no other movie in the history of movies has done it, this one won't. So I don't know. But anyway, I'll leave it at that. But I guess maybe I'm not totally burnt out on superhero movies. Maybe I'm just burnt out like on the whole like Avengers thing, like the cinematic universe. Like anytime any other franchise tries to get up and say, "Oh, we're gonna have a cinematic universe," I'm like, "Fuck off! I don't care."
Fuck off.
Yeah,
just do one and done. Make a good fucking movie for a change and be done.
Yeah, exactly.
Make it like 10 hours.
Well, the thing is that what we've had with previous superhero movies, and again with Marvel, if I can have one criticism of them, is that after a while, these movies, which are standalone movies, end up like they're being made like they're episodes in a TV show. Like they don't have any real satisfying conclusion or anything like that. It's all just meant to be part of the puzzle. And
just like Sherlock.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
I went into that knowing that, but I mean, like, it's like.
I really like Sherlock, by the way.
I do too. I love it.
Yeah.
We want to come in hungry. We want to come in hungry for that Marvel cock, and we want to leave fucking sad. Is that so much to fucking ask?
Wait a minute.
That was so goddamn poetic.
It really was.
What?
That was so fucking poetic.
Thank you.
It was.
I can't wait for your wife to hear all of this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, I'm just gonna stay in England. I've changed my mind.
Yeah.
Nah. This kind of talk gets our hype.
Hype.
Oh
yeah.
You're dropping some of the younger millennial lingo on us.
Am I using the youngins terms, huh?
I guess so. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't even know what that means anymore.
I feel like hype has been around for a while, Wes.
Well, not the way he used it.
What? How else is there to use it? How
is it old man Weiss?
Because I think we used to attach an ED on the end of it, and now it's just hype.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Like, pretty hype, which sounds really dumb to me, but that's how the kids say.
I'm much
JJ.
hype, okay?
Thanks for
I just want those kids to stay off my lawn.
I got you, buddy.
I got you, buddy.
Get off
hating
my
on the
lawn.
young. You hear that, kids? They're hating on us.
Okay. Well,
keep your hype off my lawn.
You keep your lawn off my hype.
Okay, so
keep your lawn off my lawn.
Just keep your lawn. So keep, yeah.
Clint Eastwood's gonna show up.
Ooh.
See, Tucci's like, what? Who's Clint Eastwood?
No.
Yeah, Clint Eastwood, the guy who argued with the chair.
Yeah.
I like Clint Eastwood.
Hey, you know what? I like Tucci. I like making fun of you because you're younger than the rest of us. That's been something that our show has missed for a while, and not even preceding our break. So,
I'm sorry, guys.
It's okay,
Life's been
dude.
pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy for me too. So,
get that.
Yeah. But I guess to leave the superhero thing behind for now because I'm tired of talking about it. But
fuck superheroes. shows.
Let's talk a bit about what we're going to do for this season. And I don't have a list, but we talked about some ideas over the break and recently about what we'd like to do for season 4 that listeners can look forward to once we get the rust de-rusted.
We just gotta oil. We just gotta oil our rusty trombone first, guys.
Bring some WD-40 on it.
Gotta oil up and de-rust. But
oil up your boners.
So one thing that we are going to bring back that we, someone said boners. I just missed.
Somebody said oil up boners.
Oil up boners.
Beep beep boners.
Makes sense.
I sure did.
So one of the things we're going to bring back this season is oiled up boners. The
best kind of boner.
Exactly. The second thing we're going to bring back, which we didn't do at all last season, but we're going to bring back our infamous versus tournaments.
Woo woo!
That's a lot of fun.
Hell yeah!
And I'm ready for some arguments.
My body is ready.
Is ready. And Ron, how about you outline the new idea that I'm not even sure everyone here has heard yet, but what are we going to be doing? That you came up with this idea. Go ahead.
TBD calendar.
Yes, it was totally my idea that I didn't steal from somewhere else. So
did
it's
you?
basically going to be like.
Did you steal it?
What? No, I just said no.
I believe him.
Yeah, he just said he didn't steal it, you guys. Come on.
I don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's basically going to be like a name
This
that
man's
blank.
a liar.
Shush. It's true though. So name that blank, and it could be anything from like music to movies, trailer, like theme songs, even quotes from different nerdy things. So like, let's say, let me try to give a good example. Like,
what if we played like a 10-second clip of the Legend of Zelda theme song?
Exactly. And then everybody would kind of like buzz in with your name, like, oh, Ron. And then you hear the theme, you say Legend of Zelda.
Yes. Yeah. And we took that concept and we expanded it to other things like Ron was talking about. There's, theme music and I mentioned movie quotes. We're going to do that. We're just going to play some games because that's what we want to do. So deal with it.
I think we also kind of we also kind of toyed it with the idea of doing like a trivia too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did we? I remember that.
Yeah, we just did. We did now.
Well, now it's official.
So now we did.
It's on the recording. I don't think I'll be able to
edit that, bitch.
Yeah.
False advertisement, motherfucker.
No, that sounds great. And you know what? This isn't necessarily new, but we're going to be doing another Extra Life event this year. Hopefully, that's coming up in November, and so we'll have to give out some more news and update people as those plans develop. Because
we should involve the ICP because Ron's whooping a lot. No, keep doing
magnets. How do they work?
We got enough clowns on the show already, so.
Oh.
Yep. Let's see here. We recently moved all of our podcast files to a new podcast hosting service. So instead of SoundCloud, we are now on transistor.fm. Excellent platform. There's a lot of up-and-coming podcasts that are being hosted on it. I believe they're the one for Cards Against Humanity, which I didn't know they had a podcast, but apparently it's through Transistor. But what it allows us to do is it allows us to host as many different podcasts under which each with their own RSS feeds, but all under our banner. So we had mentioned before a long time ago that it's kind of been a goal of ours to have a podcast network, and their business Transistor's business model allows us to do that for one price, as opposed to having to set up accounts for every single podcast that we come out with. Right now we have of course the Basement Dwellers, and then we also have a D&D centered podcast called Alavander's Orb of Awesomeness. We have an upcoming podcast by Ron and Drew. You guys still going with the Basement line?
I believe so.
Okay. Yeah.
You guys want to say what you guys are going to be talking about with that one?
It's just going to be a monthly hockey podcast. We're going to have our little Basement Dweller Fantasy League, and it'll be kind of an update on that, and then just a monthly check-in on the NHL and general hockey world. Big stories, stats, news, that kind of stuff.
Sweet. What Transistor also allows us to do is it allows us to have all of our episodes. Every time I upload to the site, it will automatically upload an audio-only version to YouTube, our YouTube channel. And unfortunately, I don't have a handy link to hand out to anybody while we're recording. So you're just going to have to look up the Basement Dwellers podcast, and adding podcasts at the end of that is pretty crucial because there are a few other imposters out there. And but all of our previous episodes are on there, as well as everything that we will be releasing will be automatically uploaded at the time that I upload to Transistor's website. So that's pretty fucking sweet. Beyond that, we have a Facebook group right now, which I don't know about you guys, but I'm having a lot of fun with it. It was one that we created right when we created our actual Facebook page that we intended to use as our prep group, and never took off.
And then everyone forgot about it.
Yeah, it's like every once in a while, like every few months. We've been doing this for like almost 3 years. October will be 3 years. Can you believe that? Right?
No.
Jesus, really?
Wait, no. Hold on. We started in October of 2017, so 2 years.
2 years. Okay, that sounds.
I was gonna say, I think we started around the time I moved, so that
yeah, you're right. But what was I saying? Oh, the Facebook group. We've been trying to figure out a way to better interact with all of the people, or like the few people who listen to our podcast. And the Facebook group, I don't know, for some reason was never really resonated with any of us as far as to use that. We kept trying to build a community on Discord, but that involves people downloading a separate app, and it just never really worked out. So we decided to resurrect our Facebook group, which you can find that by visiting our Facebook page at facebook.com/TBDpod, and you will find a link to join our the Basement Dwellers super secret dungeon lair, I believe is the stupid ass name I gave it. But that is probably the source of the most activity that we've ever had in relation to our podcast. Like there's something new every day. People are posting different articles and funny stuff, memes, of course. Can't have a Facebook group without memes. So we got the memes, we got the all the news and everything like that. It's just been a lot of fun. Actually, I don't know if all those people on there listen to us or not, but you know what? They're having fun with us. I'm having fun with them, so we'll call it a win.
I like having fun.
Yeah.
The interactions itself, just like when we started doing that, was like instant. It was awesome.
Yeah, it blew up. I think we are still like on the cusp of having 200 likes on our Facebook page, and we are pretty close, not too far behind that, with members in our group. So I think that's a pretty good representation of the amount of people we have involved. So we're getting there. But yeah. So yeah, we'll go ahead and wrap things up. Anything you guys want to add or talk about real quick before we take off?
JJ's really tall. Chi-Chi's really short.
Yay!
and
Yeah. All right, guys.
Scene.
Well, we will see you all next time. We love you. Sorry that this is such a shit show. I'm not sorry. This is kind of interesting. There's not much work I'm gonna have to do this one because.
Hey man, the shit show is the best show.
It is.
Hey, we're giving it to our audience raw. Why?
Raw.
Because we
like,
fucking love them.
Yep.
But I also like how you said I love you.
Yeah.
You said it so sincerely. You're like,
I do.
I love you.
I love you.
I love you.
Love you.
I love you. Oh, by the way, you know what?
Whoa,
You know what?
hey.
You know what, Tucci? Remember way back when you said I should do ASMR?
Yes, please tell me.
No, I'm not. But no, but I found out.
Man, you remember?
I found out what it was. Like, I know you told me, but I found out. Like, it came across my YouTube randomly. I don't know how, but it came across, and I like checked it out, and I was like, oh my god, like this is the weirdest shit ever. But I could do it.
You totally could. I'm telling you, it'd be super easy, and you'd make tons of money because you got a beautiful face and a beautiful voice. It would pique people.
Oh, dude, it was so weird. The video I watched was I just like glanced at, but it was this girl like taking her microphone, and she had these long ass like manicured fake nails or something like that. And
that's going a completely different direction. I'll be honest, I wasn't expecting it to go there.
You were not on an ASMR video.
No, all it is like people getting off to weird noises. But anyway, like the whole video is her like, it was like the description was like scratching the top of my microphone slowly while I whisper this. And I'm like,
just the tip.
I was like, that is a long description of the video, but like the name of the video. But I was like, I don't know, I don't get it, but I don't know. Maybe it's in my future someday. If
hey, you know what? Maybe we should have like an inclusive sexuality type show where we bring on people that get off to that stuff, and we can ask them.
Yeah, I'm not into that.
Yeah. I am.
That's a hard no for me.
Yeah.
That's a pass.
I don't know about that. We're going to get into like furry territory and everything. But
never.
And then I'll just kill myself.
But anyway.
Furry is where I put my foot down.
So, welcome back, guys. Like, I don't know. It's been nice talking to you again.
Welcome back.
Well, we'll do it again sometime. How about that? Right? All right.
That sounds like a great idea.
Good night, everybody.
I'm Josh Allen now.
All right.
Fantastic.
Wow.
Great show back.
God,
Well, that sure was a thing.
Did somebody peace out already?
Yeah. Nick.
Jesus Christ.
He's got a big night there sleeping.